custom or static homepage. Or in other words, if you don't want a list of blog posts to be the first thing that visitors of your website see, this is the video for you. Alright, so in front of you is the homepage for the website and theme that we've been building in this series. And currently the homepage is nothing more than a listing of blog posts. But let's imagine that we want a completely custom homepage with a bit of static introductory text. So instead of blasting new visitors with blog posts, we want to say, hello, welcome to the website. Here is a list of our primary content, blah, blah, blah. But we don't want to lose our blog post listing. So we want to create a new link in our menu that reads blog or news, and then we can link to the blog that way. So our first step is to head over to the WordPress admin area and create two new pages. The first new page that we will create, we can simply call it home or homepage or whatever you would like to name it. Let's type a bit of sample text. Hello, this is the homepage. Welcome to the website. Hooray. That's all we need for now. Go ahead and publish the new page. Let's create a second new page, and we're going to name it blog, or perhaps you would name it news, something along those lines, and don't add any content into the main body area. Just leave this blank. Go ahead and publish this new page. With those two new pages created, head over to the settings panel in the left-hand sidebar and look for the reading sub-option. So here we can see that by default, WordPress will attempt to make your homepage simply a listing of your latest posts. Now in this case, we want to use this second option, a static page. So now we have two drop-downs we need to fill out. Our front page should be the home page that we just created, and our posts page should be the blog or news page that we just created. Scroll down, click Save Changes. Now if we revisit our website, we see that our homepage is no longer a giant listing of blog posts, but is instead a bit of introductory text. Now we will learn how to further customize this content in just a moment, but for the time being, let's be sure to include a link to our blog in the header. Now this will be different depending on your site and your theme, but in general, you will want to head over to the Appearance link in the left-hand admin menu and look for the Menus option. Now in my instance of WordPress, I've created a menu named Primary Menu Links. In your installation of WordPress, it might be named Header Links, or maybe your website doesn't even have a header navigation. But in this case, all I'm going to do is click on this new blog page that we created, and then click Add to Menu. And let's imagine that I want it to be the second link in the menu. I can just drag and drop, click Save Menu. Now if we revisit our homepage, here is the blog link, and if we click that, here is the familiar blog listing. Next, let's head back to the homepage, because our homepage needs a bit more attention. I promised that we would set up a custom homepage, and currently there is nothing custom about this. This screen is being powered by the page.php file of our theme folder. So this is the exact same theme or template file that is powering all of our pages, like About Us and Contact Us. So what if we want something special and unique for our homepage? Well, there are several different ways we can assign a unique layout for the homepage. We learned in an earlier lesson how to create page templates. So if we head over to Pages in the admin area and click on Home, you can create any page template you want and then simply choose it while you're editing the homepage. Now because we've already reviewed creating a special page template in an earlier lesson, we're not going to revisit it here, but let me show you an alternate way to create a unique view for the homepage. In the case that you have not selected a special template for this new page, so if it's still assigned to default template, WordPress will look in your theme folder for a file named frontpage.php. So let's go ahead and create that new file. Front-page.php. So this theme file is now our blank canvas to control the homepage. So if all we want are a few words that read, oh hi, you can save, refresh the homepage, and there you have it. But that's not very useful. So what I'm going to do is head over to page.php, copy all of this code, and use this as a reference. So paste this into frontpage.php, and now let's modify it. So the first thing I want to do is remove the sidebar. And I also don't want a main column. So if we refresh, excellent. Now the next bit of business will be to remove this title. So instead of outputting the generic page block of content, I'm going to remove this line and simply say the content. So that will quite literally just output the body content for this page. So this way we get rid of that generic title that just reads home, but the owner of the website can make changes to this content by simply using the WordPress admin area. So they don't need to dig into any code. So they can paste in additional text, say thank you for visiting the site. And we, as the creator of the theme, are free to add any custom HTML and CSS anywhere that we please. So perhaps we want a bit of custom HTML here. And maybe we want a bit below the dynamic content. And there you have it. Now the real magic of WordPress is unlocked when themes combine static HTML and custom CSS with dynamic WordPress queries. So for example, let's imagine that at the bottom of our homepage, we wanted to include a few different columns. And perhaps in the first column, we want to include a heading which reads opinion. And then we want to dynamically query and output the 2 or 3 most recent blog posts which have a category of opinion. And maybe in a different column, we want a heading that reads news. And we want to output the 2 or 3 most recent blog posts that have a category of news. So that way, our homepage will have a nice mixture of static introductory content and dynamically pulled in, freshly updated content. Now, in our next lesson, we will learn about a class named WP_query, which will make all of this and much more possible. However, this particular lesson has come to a close. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you feel like you learned something. And stay tuned for more WordPress and web development tutorials. Thanks, bye. Just a quick note at the end here, if you or anyone you know are interested in learning HTML5 and CSS3, you might be interested in a new course that I just published. There is a half-off coupon code in the description for this video. The course teaches these 2 languages from the ground up. We learn how to create our own responsive grid, add transitions and animations. We learn about cross-browser support and feature detection, and we even learn the basics of Sass. It's definitely